Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Lineage Break, a Grand Archive TCG podcast. I am your host, Cam, and with me, as always, is Steve.
How's it going, guys?
We are proud to say that, as always, this show is brought to you by Perfect Fit TCG. Grand Archive Dawn of Ashes Altar is out now, and it seems we have stock, but it seems like a lot of places don't. So if you guys are looking to pick up Altar stock, it looks like Perfect Fit TCG does still have Altar product in stock that you can buy at map pricing, which is great. And if you use our code LB5 at checkout, you get 5% off of your purchase, and you get a little kickback to us here at Lineage Break. So thank you again to Perfect Fit TCG for sponsoring the show. We're back. It's been a couple of weeks. We had a short hiatus. Steve and I are back. We're ready to go. We have Altar product at the store.
In hand, opened product, played some cards. It's great. I love having real product.
Our first local event is tonight as of recording this.
Yeah, we're doing a structure deck tournament and learn to play kind of beginner event.
Yeah, I hope people show up. I've been trying to demo this game for anybody that'll listen in the store, you know. Yeah. So I'm doing my best, and we'll see. Hopefully people show up. Hopefully we get a nice rolling start. But yeah, as I mentioned when we were talking about Perfect Fit a moment ago, Altar's out, but it seems like, you know, good and bad. Lots of places are like already sold out. I've been seeing a bunch of people post on the Discord. They're like, I wanted to buy some, and my LGS is completely sold out.
Right.
And it looks like we're probably not getting a wave 2 for a hot minute. So
yeah,
it's a little scary.
It's a little rough.
We're looking okay here. We got plenty of product on hand at good old Webway, but
you know, if you're in the
if you're in the Massachusetts area,
New England area, please come down and get some product if you don't have any.
But yeah, good and bad. I'm a little scared that you know, I wake up with night terrors that I'll run out of product and I won't be able to sell people the game anymore. But
yeah,
good problem to have. I mean, obviously, being sold out means the game is popular.
It is a good problem to have where you're like, oh no, I have not enough product for the demand. But
right,
also,
exactly, yeah.
That's usually the nail in the coffin in the beginning of a card game for a lot of things where like players don't want to come if you don't have product.
Exactly, yeah. It's like,
so it's like really hard,
in,
like yeah, you can go and buy decks and stuff online, but like, you know, luckily, unlike other card games, Grand Archive has a great tournament incentive with the silver and gold packs.
Yeah, we have a bunch of those, so those are great. I also think something that goes a long way is the game being very print and play friendly. They still have that on the main site, so worst comes to worst, people can, you know, like print out proxies, and we'll allow proxies here at the store at least for a while. You know, while product is a little bit sparse, but you know, hopefully we come back on the other side well. It you know, like this happened. Like I think the most poignant example is this happened with, you know, Flesh and Blood when it came out too. It was like really sparse at release because it was super popular, and they're doing great. So, but yeah. No doom and gloom. We're very excited that Altar is out. Just, you know, expressing our fears that we want more people to play the game, as many people as possible. But yeah, exciting stuff. We're happy to have Altar stuff in hand. Me and Steve have both opened some product for ourselves. As is, you know, our curse. Didn't open any fancy squiggles, but
you know, we got that nice foil Orb of Regret. But
it is nice.
It's a real pretty card.
Jealous.
The foiling in this game is top tier.
Yeah,
I really enjoy it. But yeah, nothing wild,
nothing crazy
to write home about.
We'll see. Hopefully somebody opens something at locals tonight, and we get to take pictures of the fancy stuff. Yeah. Listen, Steve, we got to talk about something. All right.
Oh, what are we talking about?
That I maybe we missed it, but I feel like, you know, we do a podcast in case you guys weren't aware. So we, like, you know, I try to keep my ear on what's happening.
Finger on the pulse.
Yeah, finger on the pulse, right? I did not realize until somebody posted one of them this week that, because initially when they announced these event packs, the, like, you know, LGS promo support, they were like in waves, right? And so we were like, oh yeah, the first one's Nia, the second one's Arthur, the third one's Lunette. They've amalgamated them all. They're all just now single product.
Yeah.
So like, Lunettes are in there.
Nias are in there.
We don't care about the other one, but, you know.
Right.
Man, that's tough. I was very much on the like, you know, for the first few months of locals, I like run it down so I don't scare people off or whatever. By us, you know, us being too much of gamers as we are, capital G gamers.
Right.
But man, if there's a chance, like I will. Ooh, that'll be my 13th reason. If I like throw a game and somebody opens a lunette, I'm just like I'm out of here.
I'm in the same kind of boat because you know how bad I really want that Nia. That's not Nia's. Ooh, boy. However, I do want people to play this game.
Tough.
It's a real tough line to walk.
See, we're making the gentleman's agreement, of course, that you know you open a lunette, I open a Nia, we do the
the swap. Yeah,
we open an Arthur, we rip it in half together.
Yeah.
No, we don't mean that, but
we do.
He's
boys.
He's a cute boy, but like he's a boy.
No boys.
And we'll talk about some cute anime girls in a minute. But yeah, exciting stuff, event packs and stuff. I'm very excited. Yeah, we're treading the line. I don't know. Let us know. What are you doing? What are you doing at your locals, right? Because you know, I assume a large portion of the people watching this are, you know, these like community leaders and stuff, because you know the game's so small right now that like, you know, I know all the people that are seeing this are mostly like super enfranchised. What are you doing? You running it down for your locals? Are you crushing all of your locals to get those sweet event packs? I don't know.
Yeah, Lime, what are you doing? Huh?
Yeah, right. Like they you know, like GGG though has like they're like so competitive over there. They don't have to worry about it. Right. Like they're all sweaty, so like you know they get to play whatever they want. But like I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to build some pile of trash so that I don't, you know.
And we can't even just build Sylvie anymore because we've slowly found that she's actually pretty good.
I think the starter deck's actually kind of wild because Steve and I, like we said, we're running a starter deck tournament tonight, and we were both gonna play Sylvie because we're like, well, obviously Sylvie's the worst one, but like I don't know, man. I was playing it yesterday. She kind of cranks. Like it's not too bad. I don't know. Well, while we've been gone, there's been, you know, like little tidbits of news and stuff. We're not going to, you know, go back over our 2 weeks and touch on everything. But something that's a little bit more contemporary, obviously shout out to our friendly neighborhood developer, Silidar, for always feeding us well and putting out the announcements on Thursday nights.
Right. Thursday night? Okay, let's see what the announcement is.
Thank you. We like to eat well here. So yesterday, there was a fairly large announcement. Grand Archive has announced a new product called Supporter Pack 1, which is like a smaller specialty product. It is going to be sold at premiere events and like conventions only. So stuff like Ascent in Houston, other Ascents that they do, and also like I think it's debuting at Anime Expo this year. And it's a $30 product where it is a 21 card set of all extended art, alternate art versions of already existing cards. So there's no mechanically unique cards in here, but it's all cool new arts for you know, lots of fan favorite cards. And we also get the ability to open 4 different CSRs. Of course, we'll just leave the link to the article in the description so you can look at all of those. But it's Gildas Nimue, Trisket, which is very cute, and Level 3 Xander, the trial deck one that did not have a release otherwise. And then, yeah, a bunch of other extended art stuff. These come in boxes of 8 packs. The packs are 3 cards apiece, 2 of which are an uncommon, and the third card is a rare or higher. And then it is 1 foil in every 8 packs. So one of these boxes for $30 pseudo guarantees you a foil. I know it's not literally guaranteed, but it is, you know, on average guaranteed. So I think this product is super cool. There's lots of really cool alternate arts that, you know, both Steve and I are excited about. Of course, you know, big shout out to, they know their audience, you know? It seems like every time they do an alternate art, it's like, we took this art that had a boy on it, and we put an anime girl on it, which is so good.
Yeah,
like Swift Recruit, a Steam Night, you know.
It's like here's a he's an alright anime boy, but what if we put a girl?
But what if it was a girl? And I'm always just like, woo! So you know, like they know their audience. I'm like, I'm buying these Swift Recruits. Are you kidding me?
Right.
So
this fishing accident, maybe.
Yeah, there's some really good art in there for sure.
Yeah.
I think largely, I don't know. I don't want to be like, these arts are better or whatever. But
right. That's not that's never the arcade.
They're different.
Right? Sometimes though.
They're extended art, which is an actual upgrade.
Right.
You know.
And sometimes I look at something, I'm like,
yeah, you know, personal preference.
Right.
You know, maybe you like your anime boys.
Yeah.
You're like wrong, I guess.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. Maybe supporter pack 1 isn't for you because you just want the boys in your deck.
Right. And that's okay.
It's good on you.
Yeah. But that I think is going to be the bulk of what we talk about today. Supporter pack 1 not being for you is I don't want to say like it's been drama, but it's been like a pretty hotly debated topic over the last day or so.
There's a little bit of spice behind this.
Yeah, so like we mentioned, Supporter Pack 1, and the reason why it's called that, which Steve and I were just talking about before we started the show, is all of the sales, at least according to this article, directly fund efforts in organized play programs and premier level events. So they're going to use the money from this Supporter Pack 1 directly to fund stuff like Ascent, I assume, and also, you know, organized play programs. Maybe some of this goes into the development of the Omni decks, and I know that they have like regionals and nationals coming up, and those are all things that do cost money. So apparently, you know, Supporter Pack 1 is supposed to directly fund that. And that is part of the reason why they have chosen to not make this an LGS-supported product. So this is not something that we get to sell as an LGS. This is something that is only sold directly by Grand Archive, which is fine. So a lot of people have been taking issue with a couple of things about this announcement. The first of which is the availability is very limited. It's only going to be at their premier events, and so far, right now, all of those events are in North America. So it's like, you know, Anime Expo and Anime North and Ascend Houston. I know it does say in this article that they're going to be looking to like partner with third parties in Australia and Asia and Europe to sort of get these out to people over there as well. But yeah, I mean, like FOMO, right? Like a lot of people are upset that they can't go to their LGS and buy one of these because they want them, which is, you know, a good problem, right? Like it means that people want the product. It's a good product, but people are upset that they can't get it. I don't know. How do you feel about that, Steve?
I don't know. I'm always on the line with when it comes to exclusives or con exclusives, because like you're saying, like, you know, the fear of missing out is it's heavy, and some of these cards are beautiful.
They're very nice,
and I would love to have a bunch in my collection. However, I don't know. I don't really want to travel to a convention just to get my hands on a single box. Like, I kind of wish, you know, not only just, you know, that, but people are going to go to these conventions and just buy these products,
right,
and then hold them,
yeah,
and then sell them for like triple what they paid.
Yeah, people were talking a lot about this being like very much a scalper sort of product,
right? So and I never condone scalping in games. Like, it's I honestly I think it's pretty bad for a game to have stuff like that,
right?
But at the same time, I understand wanting to have like the premium product and whatever, and selling it and giving an incentive to, you know, come see the booth or whatever,
right,
at the conventions.
Yeah,
but I kind of want, I don't know, maybe they should have released it. And I think you were mentioning something about they were gonna sell some of these at merch day.
Yeah. So after this, I don't know. I don't want to use any of these harsh words, right? But like after the sort of like backlash yesterday, again, of course, our friendly neighborhood developer Silidar made a post on the Discord that said that he's checked with the team and they've decided they're going to sell SB1 during at least one of their merch days, which is the Discord driven event that they, you know, sell stuff online through their own means. So I think that's good. It'll help, you know, quell people's FOMO a little bit, that you'll at least be able to grab it at merch day. I don't know exactly how many of these they've made. Mm-hmm. There is a thing here that says it's not going to be reprinted once its like course has been run, but I don't know how many were printed in the first place. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm sort of on the fence, right? Steve and I have to remove ourselves and sort of think about things objectively, because obviously we're planning to go to Ascent, so like we're not going to miss out. We're going to be able to buy it, you know, there. But if we remove ourselves from that and, you know, think about the people that like can't necessarily get this product. I don't know. It's the only place where I really put my foot down is when these sort of products have mechanically unique cards, and that's something that happened a very, very long time ago in Magic and had a huge, blow up thing. And so it's something that a lot of games will stray away from. I know this is something that Bandai does a lot, which is
okay. I was hoping you weren't going to say it, but if you're going to open that door, Bandai does this a lot in their games.
Yeah.
It's not good. It drives simple cards that are mandatory to play the game to incredible prices.
Right.
And they never get reprinted.
Nope. So thank God, thank you, GA. I know that the developers have good heads on their shoulders, so they're not going to do something like that. So these are all just like it's a collector's product, right? So like to a certain extent, I understand. I want the product too. I'm not without that. It's not I'm not one of those people that's like I don't care about these cool versions. So of course you don't care. I do care. And again, it is hard to remove myself from the situation where I will likely personally have access to the product, at least in some degree. But as far as these like exclusively collector's products go, I don't think that it's absolutely necessary that it's available to literally everybody.
Right.
I think that the way that they were doing it, I feel as an LGS, I feel a little bit better about it being actually a con exclusive rather than now where they're going to sell it online a little bit. I know that's to, quell some people's FOMO, but I feel a little bit better about it when it is literally a con exclusive because that's not something that directly competes with like us as, as a store. But once you start selling online, like on your website or whatever, it becomes sort of a Magic secret layer situation. And for people who are not entrenched in Magic the Gathering, obviously we should give you some context. Secret layer is something that Magic the Gathering does where they will periodically release alternate art promo versions of already existing cards, usually very playable ones, and they release them in like little bundles only available on their website. The LGS cannot sell them. And that has always been sort of a feels bad for me, where people come in to the store and they're like, I'm super excited, about this secret layer. Can I order it through you guys? And I always have to say, no, you have to go, pay Wizards directly. And they sort of like cut us out of the equation, which I think feels pretty bad. I know that's not Grand Archive's intention here. And they even, there's like a little blurb at the bottom of the article talking about why they're not selling it through the LGS, because they don't want, they don't want to be directly competing with us, and they want to, keep a good relationship with the local game store, which I think is good. I think when it comes down to it, the only thing that I personally really care about is the optics. And thankfully, I think I have a lot of trust for Weebs of the Shore right now. Where I think all of this is like genuinely front facing, where I don't feel that way about a lot of other games. So they do get the benefit of the doubt from me, where, they said that this is obviously going to be directly supporting organized play and premier level events. I think what would help me feel better about it, not that they have to cater to me, as an LGS owner or whatever, but I think what would help me feel better about it is if we knew where this money was going. So hopefully they say, after some amount of supporter packs have been sold, this is what we're, using the money for. Because I'm all for obviously supporting organized play, not only at the local level, but at the larger level. And so if this is, directly supporting that, that's great. Obviously, I think, as a TCG, that's something they have to be doing anyway. So I hope this is not their entire organized play budget, but it's, this directly will supplement what we're already, throwing at organized play, I think is, great. And obviously it's a super cool product. I'm like very excited to open it personally, just trying to, look at things from the out of body experience.
Yeah. It's also, companies that are transparent with how they're spending the funds, especially for a product like this, it always feels good when they're
right.
like, hey, let's include you in the conversation.
Right.
Like, I know that's not like what a company never has to do that.
Of course. Yeah.
But when they do and they're doing it for their fans, it feels good.
Yeah. And you get to a point, right, where like, you know, if you're too big or you become like publicly traded or whatever, sometimes you just literally can't do that.
Right.
So, you know, something that I've said on the show before is something that right now Grand Archive is benefiting from a lot, I think, at least, you know, from our lens, is that they're so small and it feels like such a grassroots game that they're always very open with us. You know, they give us all of the print runs. We know, like, to the number what every single card is printed at in every single, you know, type. So I hope that they're just as transparent with this. I do think it's a very cool product. I think people's FOMO for it being a con exclusive is a little bit overblown. I do agree with what you said. I think it's good to have a reason to show up. I think maybe it would have been a little bit better if this was just an Ascent exclusive thing. I think obviously that adds to the FOMO. It makes it even worse, right? Like more places that can't do it. But it's all about optics to me, right? Like, if they announce this, right, like, you know, remove ourselves or whatever, and they announce this as like Anime Expo exclusives or whatever, think about like the Taiwan promo and the Australia promo. Like, nobody's having a fit about those.
Right.
It's because you pay for this, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, that's where people are drawing the line. But it's like, you can't get the Australia promo. You're not complaining that you have to, you know, like, buy those third party because you live in America. Like, oh, FOMO. Like, I want those, but I'm not complaining that I can't get them, because that's how, you know, like, exclusive promos are, right? Like,
you could.
I don't know. I could complain, I guess.
No, I'm saying you could get them.
Oh, well, yeah, right. Like, that's
know,
the problem. It's
but,
like, you know, and I saw there was a little bit of a discussion going on in the Discord where, you know, people are like, well, you know, I should be able to buy it, you know, for retail price. But, like, there's something to be said that, you know, these are supposed to be an exclusive thing. And why should you, sitting on your couch, be able to buy this product for retail when somebody, you know, paid for a flight, paid for a hotel, went to this convention, got their thing, bought it for $30. There's no reason they should then sell it to you for $30.
Correct.
Because, you know, they put themselves in that situation, right?
Right. And I agree with that statement. I think the main issue I always have with products like this is the scalpers and the resellers that don't care about the game and are just buying it because it's the exclusive.
I agree, yeah.
And then someone somewhere in the world will pay 3 times the price for it.
Yeah, it'll be $300 instead of $30.
Right.
Yeah, that's where
those are the only issues I really have with convention exclusive like this. Other than that, I think it's a great product. I think it's super fun. I love, like, 100% of the art in it.
Right. They're all very gorgeous. I think it's we've even failed to mention through the show so far, I think it's super affordable.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. $30
for like a cool collector's product. It's $30 is super, super affordable. And they're all like, I always have the problem with these other games that do collector's products where, like, it's a collector's product because there's a chance to get this exclusive thing, but most of what you open is trash.
Right.
Where, like, in this, literally everything is an alternate art promo that, like, you should be excited to have, right?
Then nothing in that list is a card that's not playable. It's not refurbished, right?
Right. Yeah, well, that card's banned. So.
Not yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, if I pay my $30, obviously I want to open this Trisket CSR because she's super cute. But, like, I will be happy to walk away with my play set of Swift Recruits or whatever. You know, like, it's you don't get burned, which feels really good. So yeah, I mean, I really do think it's a great product. That is what I meant, by the way, when I said I think it would be cool if this was an Ascent only product, because then we know that the number of scalpers will be much lower. Right. But, like, yeah, when you go to an anime con or whatever, people that just, like, happen to hear about it,
right,
that are just, like, very tangentially, you know, interested in the game, they're like, oh, I'll buy this and I'll flip it for $300. But at Ascent, you probably won't get that, which is good. But I don't know. I'm excited, and I feel like the mood of the community is sort of, like, you know, tempered me a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think that those like worries are without merit. I certainly think that, you know, people wanting the product is good, and people not being able to get the product is not good.
Right.
Hot takes. I know, like, everybody should get everything that they want, I guess, but I think it is hopefully a net positive. I think it's a really cool product, and I don't want, you know, if any of the devs are watching, because I know they watch a lot of this stuff on YouTube. Hopefully they're not discouraged by the reaction that they've gotten from the community. I think overall everyone is very excited, and I think if the worst feedback that you get is that people want to buy more of the thing, it's not the end of the world, you know. But yeah, hopefully we see what they do with the money. I think that would be cool. Obviously I think they said it's going to be around at least for the con season. I don't know if it's going to go into next year, but it'll at least be around for Ascent. I know there's been some rumblings of more Ascents later in the year. Not for us. FOMO, I wish I could go. But I assume they'll be there as well. Australia, SEA, wherever they go. Yeah, it is cool. Super excited. Glad Triscuit's getting
some love.
Getting some love.
Yeah.
She's sick. I just really want to.
I gotta reevaluate Triscuit.
Yeah, I was reading the rules yesterday because you know reading the rules is good, and I
that's not something we do over here at Lineage.
True, you guys know that. I didn't put the 2 and 2 together and realized that when Triscuit is your champion, she can just attack without a weapon because she has base power.
Yeah.
I assumed that, like Lorraine, she needed to have a weapon or an attack or something, but Lorraine very specifically says that her attacks get +2, which is why she can't attack on her own, which is, big brain. But, yeah, now I'm like, maybe Triscuit is better than I thought. Yeah. Maybe we can make the girl work, you know?
I mean, it's not much to change my Xander list to just slide in a Triscuit.
Well, I mean, it is in that once you become Triscuit, your entire Luxem package has no text, so I think you maybe have to
we'll
change that a little bit.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I think what is super important, not just for YouTube, a punch engagement button, but we're super curious how you guys feel about it. I think honesty is the most important thing, especially when we're such enfranchised players in this game now that we don't just want to, be yes men and say, we love everything because we love everything, but we do love everything. So how do you guys feel about Supporter Pack 1? Let us know. If there's anything, they've always been so great about taking feedback that I think if you guys have any feedback for Weebs of the Shore, let us know, let them know, let them know on Discord. They're always super communicative, which I think, again, is a real big benefit of this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's all we really had to talk about today. I don't know. Is there anything I'm missing?
No, I don't think so. It's been a while, so we'll just touch on the hot topics and do the thing.
We'll be back. We'll be back next week. Hopefully next week we'll be telling you about our wildly successful 200-man locals that we're running tonight.
And then we actually need more promo packs to get out for next week.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Not me and Steve just here ripping them all. We would never do that.
Disclaimer.
Make that be very clear. As much as we might joke about it.
Yeah.
And God, the fact that
the box is just sitting right here.
there's maybe a lunette in that box right there. It's making me, just vibrate. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Of course, we'll be back next week. I think Steve, now that I have you, we can talk and we'll immortalize it here on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we have real cards, Altars out, we have most of the cards available, other than Light Weaver's Assaults that we've been very unlucky.
Can you please not talk about it right now?
We have 2 between the both of us, and we've opened 5 cases between First and Altar. But I think now that we have physical cards, me and Steve are going to try to shoot some actual real life gameplay stuff. I think there's maybe a possibility that we try to stream our locals. If that's something that you guys would like to see, let us know. That is a little bit of a pain, though, especially when we're playing in them. We can't you can't really sit here and MC.
Right.
Because as much as we love making content for you guys, and we do love you very much, God, I want to play the game.
This game is so fun. It's so hard not to just want to play it all the time.
I've always had that problem. I did this when I was doing content for Weiss as well. That sometimes I would do a commentary booth and stream a tournament, but I would always have the FOMO where I want to be playing the game. So it's always tough. Split your time between content creation and playing the game. But tonight
we're playing the game.
We will be playing the game. And we, I guess, won't be pulling any punches because I really want those promo packs. It's okay, right? Like, if we just play starter decks forever, like we just, and then we crush people with them. Is that okay?
Yeah.
If I like play an unaltered starter deck and I just crush people with it for the next 6 weeks,
yeah,
it's like giving you all the chance that I can, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm playing a literal starter deck.
You can go on the Discord, find a deck, build the deck. We're gonna just play this Sylvie structure deck, and we're gonna house
beat you into the ground for our promo packs, of course.
For the promo packs.
All right, thank you guys for watching. We will see you next week.
Have a good one.